Hey people, injured here, 1v1, Ashes of Typhon, blue side. A GrizzlyBear, also known as local ghost I believe, with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Up against is initialmink7771 as a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption fighting in melee, the Word Bearers DLC here. With a very cool looking helmet on this fella. What is that? That the lower jaw of a greater demon or something? And a very cool looking sword too. We have more heretics on the way after the CSM and more scouts on the way after the tax. These guys are coming back to the west side. I expected them to push through and try to harass these heretics here. We might see them just go forward and decapping that wreck point afterwards. Looks like the tax and the scouts are going to go up the west side, yep. They'll make very short work of any heretics they run into. Chaos Lord has taken the contested VP on the eastern side. Gonna meet the Apothecary, I think. There are scouts here. As you may expect, Chaos Lord with 1,000 hit points and a power weapon will very easily chew through an Apothecary, even if he heals himself. Smack. Oh, heals himself immediately and just runs away. Fair enough, it's a bloody Chaos Lord. This is the second heretic squad grabbing the natural VP, and indeed the scouts are moving up here to decap this wreck point before it's even fully matured. Oh, there it goes. Plus 15 is fully matured for a 1v1. Wreck points increasing in value over time as you hold them. Apothecary thought again about trying to push CSM and a Chaos Lord. Can they touch the power? It has been noted, probably not worth their time to try and bash it here, just decap some wreck points and stuff. Shotgun blast I'm hearing. Very strong counter to melee heretics. Some melee attacks on retreat path there. Retreating units taking 30% more damage from melee. They all grouped up. They did kill a scout though, and scouts are 35 requisition to reinforce, I think. That's very nearly triple the cost of a heretic. Heretics are 12 each. And of course they do have the ability to blow themselves up. Dropping a model there. Here comes the aspiring champion. That Doom Blast was a little bit early. Could have waited until they were fully bedded into combat with the tactical marines there to make sure they hit all the models, but they got a model off them. That's 75 requisition to reinforce those attacks. So that's 110 requisition to reinforce the lost scout and the lost tactical marine. And can they get a model off these fellas? They're waiting for a grenade, I think. But they didn't throw it. Shotgun blast comes in. There's the grenade. It's a nice grenade. Killed a bunch of heretics, 7 off that squad. But they killed. Oh, got another scout there. I think the pressure was worth it, but they did do a lot of requisition damage to GrizzlyBear's army there. Did not expect them to lose that marine. They seemed to be happy to just fight those fellas in melee. Maybe they were waiting for that other squad's grenade to come up, and they slightly misjudged the timings there. No did a Eastern Power. This Eastern Power not even taken for GrizzlyBear yet. Not the end of the world. Into Raptors for Initial Mink. Jump troops, very useful on this map. You can jump over these crater edges and get to places a bit more easily. Might see a grenade on the Chaos Lord. Nope, comes from melee. Reinforced both of those guys. Can the Chaos Lord get a model off these scouts here? Maybe not. The tactical marines pop in their Kraken bolts just to look pretty. Doesn't give you any more damage versus their enemy hero. But off he goes. It used to be the case, I don't know if this was just a myth, but it used to be the case that some players believed, this is way back in retail, that the Kraken bolts for the tactical marines decreased the weapon cooldown. So it did give you slightly more DPS against all targets, but I don't think that's the case. Assault squad here for GrizzlyBear. Well, it's not the case anymore anyway. Much like Raptors, they can jump on you. These guys will knock you down rather than suppress you like Raptors. Have more hit points but less DPS. They'll still do a good job smacking up a ranged squad. Again, that Doom Blast was a little bit early. Gotta be careful with that, because sometimes it'll be the model right at the back that will Doom Blast and he won't actually get the hit, or you'll only hit one of the models or something. They actually got a marine again there. These melee heretics have done a really good job so far. Despite me having a go at the timing of the Doom Blast, they've killed a tactical marine each time they've gone into melee with them. Jumps away their initial mink. Oh, Purification Rites heal there from GrizzlyBear. And are they going to make it away? They should be jumped here by the assault squad. I didn't jump them. Big mistake. Could have got a model or even two off those guys if they jumped them again. They had the energy. Should be able to deal with this Chaos Lord. Oh, there's a bunch more stuff here though. Apothecary's going to go down the retreat path. Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War now. I feel like those CSM should be going straight into melee with the Assault Marines. Ouch, a nice grenade. Yeah, they should have gone into melee with them. If you've got Assault Marines engaged by your aspiring champion heretics, put your CSM in there, especially if they've got Eternal War. They do good melee damage, and you're already in place to get those retreat hits as well. These guys strangely stopped to look back for a second as they were retreating. Tactical Marines grabbing back their natural VP. All the heretics have got away so far. Raptors, I don't think they dropped a model. I don't think they did. 435 to 468. They did get away with low hit points, but I think they just healed up. Oh hey, Combi Flamer for the Chaos Lord. Something you'll expect to see against, you know, Orcs or Eldar or something with lots of light infantry, but that Combi Flamer still pretty useful for peeling off Marine models as you're chasing them around, or just sitting him somewhere in range stance and waiting for the Assault Marine jump or something. Smack, smack, smack. I don't think they're going to get a model there, but they could get a decap on the VP. Heretics have found the Apothecary. Does have that Purification Rites here, but doesn't have the energy to do it. Why are you Doom Blasting a single Apothecary model? It's typically just not worth Doom Blasting a single entity unless you're specifically trying to control their movement with the suppression, which often has good uses, but that guy was just capping. And you were already on them. So that was a waste to Doom Blast the Apothecary. Didn't quite get the kill either. It's better to just have that model alive to get melee attacks in, I believe. They killed an Assault Marine. I feel like these Marines are dying faster than we usually see. Usually we'll see them get away with like 100 hit points on 3 models or something. But the attacks have been focused on single models a bit more often, it seems. Tier 2 for Initial Mink. Bloodletters is the way to go, but we might see a Blood Crusher because they are getting a good early tier 2 here, although they can't see what we can see. They might think that GrizzlyBear is going tier 2 at exactly the same time. And they are floating. Grenade. It's a nice attempt. Unlucky not to kill them both there, and that would have been a massive deal if they did. Good pressure though from Initial Mink. Has the triple cap, in fact. There's that Purification Rites heal. What's the damage again? 25 AoE obviously, and gets 3 damage per level too. Still level 1 at the moment though. Shotgun blast into a bunch of bolter fire. Bad news for these heretics. They have reached the scouts though. There's the Doom Blast. Again, they shouldn't have done that initial Doom Blast because they knew they were going to get shotgun blasted surely. So wait until the shotgun blast is used before we try to Doom Blast, but they survived. Little bits of efficiencies you can get with your heretic usage just to save yourself some requisition, because remember you're sacrificing a model to do that Doom Blast. Here we see the Chaos Lord. Smack. I wonder if it's worth just standing back and shooting rather than getting into melee. I mean, it's power melee. There's only 30% more of 26 DPS. They are resisting some of the piercing damage from the Combi Flamer though. Might just be better to stand back and shoot. There's that Purification Rites heal again, saving the scouts. They might not have got away if that heal didn't come in, although GrizzlyBear might have been waiting for the Apothecary. 332 to 434. It is indeed Bloodletters for Initial Mink. Is GrizzlyBear goes straight to tier 3. I was going to say, have they got resources here for a Dreadnought? But they're going tier 3 immediately. Bloodletter should do some good work here then, because it's not going to be a Dreadnought. Oh, look at that! Did they do that on purpose? Did they expect the Raptors to jump and leave a grenade there, or was it just to damage the node? Either way, they got a Raptor model off that grenade. Chaos Lord is shooting up and burning up these ASM, and these guys are going to drop a model pretty quickly. Looks like Initial Mink is on range stance here. They're going to drop a model. Really wants this decap. They drop one. Here comes the Sergeant, and they drop another. Drop 2 models for that. They did decap 2 points, but was that worth it? Here's your Bloodletters. Meanwhile, on the natural VP of GrizzlyBear, we have a Shrine to Khorne spawning Bloodletters. And Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters there too. Oh, no, it didn't work. It did not work. I believe they tried to turn it a spawned Bloodletter into a full Bloodletter squad with Blood Sacrifice. I don't know if that's a bug, but that definitely did not seem to work there. As far as I know, the Bloodletters that come out of the shrines are exactly the same as regular Bloodletters, although obviously they're temporary. Weird. Weird that failed. Here's the permanent Bloodletters. Demons with power melee weapons, those Hellblades, will slice through Marines so fast. They will also really mess up an Apothecary fast too. These guys can teleport. You might see them teleport. Yep, there we go. You do get a marker for it. You go after the Apothecary now. He's trying to smack down the shrine. Look at the damage they do and how quickly they do it. Holy crap, special attack. And down goes the Apothecary. They could now phase out to avoid the damage from the scouts. Looks like they are willing to engage. You also get a damage bonus off the shrine. That's that yellow buff circle you see on the Bloodletters. It's 10% per shrine. Only to your units, of course, because Chaos doesn't share things. Killed a Marine again. Raptors doing some good work. They are level 2. GrizzlyBear well into tier 3 though. What is their plan? A Predator tank, I assume. Don't have the red for Terminators. And Terminators actually take a lot of damage on Bloodletters here. We've got some Vanguard veterans converting the Assault Marines into these first company Assault Marines. They get power melee weapons and more health. You're basically giving up a little bit of utility because they lose their Melter Bomb for more combat potential. Get up around about 120 power melee DPS for the full squad at level 1. It's not bad. It's like Howling Banshees that can jump and have 500 hit points per model. Are the Raptors done for here? Raptors do make it out. They made it out. Assault Marines, oh maybe not. Assault Marines go for their jump. Oh sorry, the Vanguard veterans go for the jump, but they couldn't quite do it quickly enough. And here we see Mark of Tzeentch CSM. Now I was expecting Mark of Khorne, because that'll give you a much better fight against the Assault Marines / Vanguard veterans, and also tear through Tactical Marines pretty well. But they've gone for the Mark of Tzeentch. There's the Angels of Death. The Bloodletter's done for here. Oh, they're nice and healthy. Those were Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters we saw. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They did actually lose the permanent Bloodletters. We've got some Khorne worship back at base. They do have a Dreadnought. The Predator tank is on the way. A little bit sloppy there from Initial Mink, losing those Bloodletters in that. It was quite a frantic fight, though. I mean, I wasn't paying full attention to it. I was talking about Vanguard veterans and stuff. I thought those last ones were blood sacrifice fellas, and the permanent ones were back at base, but nope. So here's a Chaos Dreadnought as a 73 DPS heavy melee claw and an autocannon chasing off those Vanguard veterans there. They can't do much about it. Maybe if they get their power fist they can. Uh-oh. And they show no fear used by these Tactical Marines. It's a bad fight for the Raptors to take. Oh, we got some Bloodletters. Lots of Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters from Initial Mink, which I like to see. Took out a Marine again. Nice grenade. Very cheeky from GrizzlyBear. So they did drop one of the scout squads completely in that big fight. You see their bodies here. But losing those Bloodletters was still a big blow. Here's the tank. Initial Mink has seen it, so he might see Mark of Tzeentch. Yes, a Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought. Cool. Chaos Lord levels to 3. Can shoot the scouts maybe? No. I don't know where he's off to. I don't know what he's doing. They're bashing power with the Predator tank. The Dreadnought's now been upgraded. You can see it moving on the minimap. Is it coming this way through here? Nope, it's going the longer way, the slightly safer angle. Still got that corn worshipping base here. Might get a full bash. There's the jump. The Raptors do not have their aspiring champion though, so they can't get any heavy melee hits. Did you just Doom Blast a Predator tank? I think they did. I wonder if that was a misclick or a wrong hotkey they were trying to worship there. I think the tank is done for, is it? It might be done for. It is. The corn worship gets it done. And I'm sure the Doom Blast, the very eager and excited heretics Doom Blasting the tank helped out too. Tactical Marines weren't really helping. Forgot speed from the worship, I think they're trying to say. Vanguard Veterans get a decap. We've got a Sanguine Chainsword now for the Apothecary. And the Armor of Purity, so more heals more often. There's that Purification Rites again. The Merciless Track seemed to miss. It seemed to miss. There's the Mark of Zinc CSM, going to get jumps. Frenzied Barrage, which now does a little bit of damage, as you see there as it landed. It used to do decent damage, and then they nerfed it to basically do nothing in terms of damage, and now they give it a little bit more damage back. Gives it a little bit more versatility. These worshipping heretics are going to die if they're not careful. Okay. Couldn't quite get a model off those guys, eh? Maybe now. Nope, there's the heal. Big heal going in. It's only level 3 Apothecary. But it's got a chunky heal. The underslung bolter though, doing some decent work. That was buffed in Elite days. And more Bloodletters for Initial Mink, which I think is a good purchase. I'm not sure what GrizzlyBear's going to do here. They don't have the red for Terminator still. I don't think they'd get a Land Raider. They could just get another Predator tank and try to be more careful with it. They have devs, but they don't... What are they doing? Oh, they bashed that, did they? And took it back. But they're idle right now. I thought maybe they'd get a Las Cannon or Vengeance rounds or something, but there's none of that. Meanwhile, west side, Apothecary's dead, thanks to the Bloodletters. Over here, Raptors are going to die though. Initial Mink really focusing on this fight. So Raptors down. Apothecary Laraman's Blessings himself for the revive. All these guys should be going into melee here, but they didn't. They would have got at least one more model. Didn't get it done. Bloodletters teleporting up. Can't quite reach him. Can't quite reach him. It is another Predator tank for GrizzlyBear. Are they going to Las Cannon again to go right after that tank? Devastators are now moving. 232 to 286. And we do indeed see the advanced targeting for the Vengeance rounds. Apothecary straight back out here. Why are the Bloodletters not fighting him? There we go. Not sure what he's up to. You can't fight Bloodletters even with your Sanguine Chainsword, buddy. Really trying to kill a CSM model there, maybe. Just gonna die, I think, again. Did you see that there? That special attack? I don't think the Apothecary gets a heal when he hits a special attack, which seems a little bit unfair. That was bizarre play from GrizzlyBear. Just went running into that fight. They did kill 2 Bloodletters with the help of the tank, but Apothecary's down again. 230 to 286. Plague Marines on the way for Initial Mink. Still has the anti-vehicle Dreadnought, of course. Meanwhile, Chaos Lord's just hanging back, shooting. Not going to be able to stay there for very long, nobody. Because those are Vengeance rounds Devastators, and they hurt a lot. Frenzied Barrage. Can it hit? Well, it suppressed them. I don't think it actually hit them. They didn't take any damage. But it got close enough to suppress. Tank is looking after the VP. Can't cap it, of course. Here come Vanguard Veterans to do so. Again, a little bit sloppy on the approach there, Initial Mink. Could have gone around the side, or maybe just sent in the Chaos Lord to... Or teleport your Bloodletters in, like you just did. Why did the CSM just get themselves suppressed there? That was a bit weird. Maybe just lost track of them for a second. Plasma Gun Tactical Marines here. Bloodletters going in. They have used these Bloodletters quite well. Can they get another model? They can't teleport again, unfortunately. It's not going to get another one. Here are your Plague Marines. Going to get tied up immediately by the Vanguard Veterans. They might need some support here. Nope, just run away. Didn't know what was down here, obviously. They were just going for the VP, I think. Heretics have repaired the Dreadnought, which is kind of just hanging out here now. And Initial Mink is going to take that VP. There's a Frenzy Barrage. Don't think it hit, though. Heretics are going for a fight. There's a Doom Blast and a run, which, as you can see, barely scratched those Vanguard Veterans. Oh, some Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters, though. They all scratch them. And Markov Zinc CSM are also there. Vanguard Veterans now have the Power Fist upgrade. They swapped the Thunderhammer for a Power Fist. And they'll jump the CSM. This Dreadnought should be going into melee now with those things. I think that's more important than shooting the Predator tank right now, because it might save the CSM. The CSM do get away, though. Dreadnought and Plague Marines going after this tank, doing some good work. Those Plague Marine missiles, of course, snare targets, as you can see. Vanguard Veterans are, I think, going after the Plague Marines. The tank is moving, needs to keep moving, though. That was a weird hit. 230 to 268. Bloodletters should teleport that side to try and slow it down, I think. This is very risky to try and chase the Dreadnought here. Chase the tank here, I mean. Bloodletters to chop up the Vanguard Veterans. Explosions from the Plague Marines. This is a very, very risky fight. There's Malignant Blindness. They did take out the Plague Marines, but they are going to lose the Vanguard Veterans. And they got the Dreadnought, did they? Where's the remains of it then? I don't know. But they got the Dreadnought as it chased. There it is. It's right there, dumbass. Just needed one more touch from the Predator tank, I guess. It was just hoping to get the first shot. But even if it did, I don't think it would have got away. So I don't think that was a well thought out chase there. I mean, it's so tempting to go after the tank, obviously. But they had scouts right there and stuff. I think it would have been better to try and peel away and go back after it another time. Level 4 Apothecary. Getting those bolt pistol shots, but Bloodletters are going to chop him up again. We've seen this a few times. GrizzlyBear doesn't seem to respect how much damage a Bloodletters can do. There's the Purification Rites here and uses it to run. Should have just retreated, but I think it's going to be okay. You saw with the way they were positioned there, that not all 4 Bloodletters could get into melee with him. Waits for the Vanguard Veterans. Here's some Markov Zinc CSM, but they don't have their Aspirant Champion anymore. More Bloodletters now. Double Bloodletters. That's bad news for the Vanguard Veterans. Can they heal again? Apothecary is going to die so fast. Vanguard Veterans did not drop a model. I hear that tank firing. Needs a way to deal with it. Looks like we're going to see a las cannon here. Is it going to be enough, though? That's all they got. Don't have the Dreadnought anymore. Don't have the Raptors anymore that could get a heavy melee weapon. I don't know if I don't think they're going to have vision to actually shoot this. Oh, they're shooting at these guys because they can see that fella. 2-1 though for Initial Mink. There is a slight VP lead for GrizzlyBear, but it's 11 VPs. That's basically nothing. I don't know what this is about. Trying to have a shooting match with Plasma Gun Tactical Marines. Level 4 Plasma Gun Tactical Marines. They almost died. Scouts are going to die. Are they? They're so close to dying. Oh my goodness. 4 hit points when they infiltrated there. Markov Zinc, CSM pumping the damage onto those Tactical Marines. There's Angels of Death to try and make them run. And they do get it done. Why did you guys retreat? You guys could have teleported after them. Oh, does it work on retreating units, this thing? I thought retreating cancelled it, but maybe not. Meanwhile, a Chaos Lord is just tearing through these Devastators. I don't think GrizzlyBear is paying attention here. They're going to die. Chaos Lord level 6 now with the Dark Halo. Gets a sync kill. And can now at least decap the VP there. GrizzlyBear too busy watching this stuff, I suppose. Vanguard Veterans. Still level 1. They're still in these fights. These are blood sacrifice bloodletters here. And down they go. Bought some time. Try and bait that jump into your Havocs maybe. There it is. Or bait it into the CSM, I suppose. Uh-oh. They might not make it out of this retreat. Bloodletter's getting in there. They can't jump them again, so I think they're going to be okay. But now they've found the Havocs. Havocs die so fast to Vanguard Veterans, only that 20% melee resist. Level 1 Havocs too. Vanguard Veterans down to a single model, but they do make it out of there. The tank is still around too. East side. Chaos Lord grabbed the VP. Level 7. He's happy to just stand back and shoot at the moment. Maybe you want to tie up these tactical marines here, buddy. Nope, instead just stand back and shoot and run away. That was odd. Maybe they thought there was more stuff going there than actually happened. Could have tied up the tactical marines for a while, I think. 207 to 214. A single Vanguard veteran jumping in there. It's a single Chaos Space Marine shooting back with that demonic plasma gun. There's a teleport. These are shotgun and grenade scouts. You can't suppress bloodletters with your shotguns, but they still got knocked back, as you saw there. And they'll still get torn up as well. There's Angels of Death again. 50% damage resist and knockback immunity. Using it to tank those bloodletters and tank this single plasma gun. And got the decap. 207 to 181. Oh, is that blood sacrifice again? It is. How many blood sacrifice bloodletters have we seen in this game? So many. It's pretty cool. Still defending the east side is GrizzlyBear. What do we got now? The bloodletters were dealt with. Did kill some stuff though. More Havocs here now with a heavy bolter. Chaos Lord happy again to use the combi flamer. Gets a kill with it. Can now put his shield up and go for the decap. Definitely going to get a decap. Havoc's going to have to shut down the rest of the stuff too. Double cap for GrizzlyBear. There it is. Doesn't seem to be suppressing the tactical marines though. Wow. They're super not getting suppressed there. You'd expect it to jump onto the tacs and suppress them. They were just too far away. And they weren't being directly hit themselves. 207 to 122. Apothecary still stuck in there at level 7, this guy. That's double bloodletters on him though, and Mark of Zinc CSM. Down goes those heretics that were worshipping. Apothecary drops again. Phasing out are the bloodletters. Where's that las cannon? Oh, the las cannon Havoc's died. Level 3 Vanguard veterans have done a pretty amazing job protecting this tank. Double cap now for GrizzlyBear. Do they have enough? And it's all about this tank. They just couldn't deal with this second tank here. The second bloodletters, perhaps a mistake, should have got some kind of anti-vehicle. I mean, Raptors, just get some more Raptors with the melter guns maybe. Oh geez. That was a quick kill from those level 3 Vanguard, now level 4. And that might be GG. Tank is fully repaired. Power's being decapped. So double, soon to be triple. Chaos Lord is down. I guess they tried to stay there for the cap, eh? Let's see how much damage they can pour onto these Vanguard veterans. They are level 4. And there's Bloodlust being used a little bit early. That gives you a damage buff for each attack you hit. I'm not sure exactly how it works, the Bloodlust. Is it like a personal buff, or does the global level of the Bloodlust get better as things attack kind of thing? Not sure. I always thought it was like a global Bloodlust level that gets pumped up by attacks, by anything kind of thing. 207 to 24. GG says Initial Mink. Just couldn't get on that second tank, eh? And there's the game. Initial Mink conceding at the end. Level 8 Apothecary, who was in some personal wars They didn't seem to fight the Chaos Lord that much. Chaos Lord is mainly on the east side and the Apothecary is mainly on the west side. But he fought a lot of Bloodletters and went down a lot. But wins level 4 Tactical Marines here, the level 7 Chaos Lord. The second Bloodletter is maybe the mistake. Should have got something. I mean, they tried to get the las cannon obviously, but you've got Vanguard veterans here that can just, even if they get counter initiated, they're just going to force off the Havoc so quickly lest they die. And they did awesome. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.